Okay, this video is fatigue. I want to do an explanation about refeeding and what it does to your energy levels. Take a brain. A brain is someone who doesn't have eating issues. That brain says, food, life, food, survival. I must eat to survive. When you warp the brain and you starve it, it shrinks. The neurons can't get where they need to go, and it's really tense and crazy up there. And one of the things that happens is the brain starts to believe that the less intake you take, the higher chance of survival you have, because you develop an irrational fear of intake. So suddenly my brain is saying, don't eat, you'll be okay. Whereas a healthy brain is saying, I eat to be okay. So when you start to change things chemically, when you're putting food in your body, suddenly body is working crazy overdrive metabolically. Bear with me, I'm exhausted today. And it needs to really work to process the food, and everything is slowed down or amped up. The body is completely out of whack. So the intestines are suddenly being woken up. Stomach has shriveled, and it needs to wake up and start to digest. The villi in the intestines, which is what absorbs nutrients and helps process things and make sure that you're not constipated, those need to wake up. And then you start working again. And it takes some time. It's not like I start eating, today and then tomorrow I'm like, oh, I feel great. It's a process. And it's very uncomfortable because the body needs to get used to it. At the same time, your brain is readjusting to the fact that food is okay, which means that a lot of anxiety goes on as you're adjusting. Because that's how mentally you're coping with things. It's a surge of anxiety. Anxiety makes you tired. So naturally, everyone has a meal, you get a little tired, it's what happens to everyone. Refeeding people are used to going like crazy hours of the day, running around, exercising, doing insane things, lifting cars over their heads kind of stuff on 100 calories a day. And then suddenly it's like, whoa, I'm eating, it's exhausting. I'm exhausted. It's day 4 of the videos. So it's day 4 of my recovery, and I'm exhausted. So a lot of the times after a meal, you gotta sleep, and it allows the body to really take in the nutrients because you're not expending any energy. You're just working on what's going in, which is a good thing. And then slowly but surely, you don't need to sleep anymore. I've been through this before. I know in a couple of weeks I'm gonna have more energy after I eat. I'm not gonna feel like I'm gonna pass out. I noticed personally that carbohydrates make me pass out, whereas if I have something with protein in it, it usually gives me a boost for a while. I started taking vitamins. I take Centrum Women's, B12, and calcium and a vitamin D. And I'm drinking 4 of these a day, in addition to my breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 snacks, and a dessert. And things are going to move up, slowly but surely. I haven't gained any weight yet. I've definitely noticed body changes because I have food in my system and food in my intestines that things are processing. And that brings me to the second part of why you're so fatigued is because people with anorexia have body dysmorphia. They look in the mirror and they see something that's not there. And when you're really underweight, you can either have horrible body dysmorphia, or in my case, really underweight, I can see everything pretty clear. Even though it still has a coating on it. Like, I see myself in these videos and I'm like, wow, like your arms are like really bad, and I see them in the mirror and they're just like bad. You start to eat and they look okay. So I have this weird mentality, oh, I'm good now, but it's not, it's a process. In a way, it's kind of a blessing. It was, back in caveman days when men and women were starving, if they caught their reflection and they saw themselves skeletal or emaciated, they would freak out and be like, I'm going to die. So the brain does this to trick you so that you think you're still surviving, and it lasts nowadays, which really does mess with people who have body issues, but it is a helpful thing because it is the last thing to go. Once the weight is restored and you're thinking healthy and you're thinking clearly and you're eating, you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, I'm hot, I look good, my pants fit, they're not bagging, and you're comfortable in your body. And I've been there. I've been to all these places and I can vouch for it, and if you think I'm lying, then sucks for you. So basically just what I wanted to talk about today is that this is not an easy process for a bazillion reasons. One of them is the extreme fatigue, because chemically in the brain, chemically, biologically with the body, the anxiety, you have all these factors that are suddenly being woken up, working really hard. My body's working hard, my anxiety, my body image, my brain, everything's suddenly like this. It's a wonder I haven't short-circuited yet. It's only day 4. We have time for that. So that's why you have to stick to a meal plan. That's why I am sticking to a meal plan, because if you slip up, then suddenly, okay, the body starts to calm down a little bit, the brain starts to go back to that fucked up place of like, I'm okay if I don't eat, and then it's even harder to get back into things. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. We're more than our bodies, but we need a body to live. I'm going to say it all the time. I mean, you can't just exist as a soul, like, in this society. I mean, like, there's souls all around. I mean, I don't know what your spiritual faith is, but, you know, the Holy Spirit and all that junk. Like, I've got a pretty good relationship with Jesus Christ, and I have my own religion. Another video. I don't know really how to explain. The neighbors are home. Anyways, all I'm saying is you need the instrument in order to play music. So, I'm really tired. I'm going to finish mine in short and get something to eat and put these up and go to the shower and work on your hair. Remember, tomorrow is Sunday, so you can ask me questions. I'm doing a Q&A video. Hopefully I'll be all dolled up. I'm supposed to have spend the day with my mom and her friend. And cheers. Cheers to 6 months down the line, you being like, hey, I'm not drinking Ensure anymore. And I don't weigh 80 pounds. I love you guys for your support. Again, reblog, like things, ask me shit. I check out your blogs, I follow you back, and let's make a change, a movement. All of us who are body positive, who are sex positive, who are struggling, who are not struggling, who are strong, who are not strong, who want to be strong, who aren't sure if they want to be strong. If you have any desire to live a positive life, then this is a place for you. This is a movement for you. And let's go. Time's a ticket.